Today I have the keys to the 2021 Toyota 4Runner TRD Offroad. Huge shout out to Flo Toyota Statesville for providing this SUV for me today. Definitely check out their website, that will be down in the description. This model here is finished off in Barcelona red metallic and it has an MSRP just under $46,000. Let's go ahead and get into today's review by starting up underneath the hood, where you'll find the 4-liter V6 engine. This is paired to the 5-speed automatic transmission. It produces 270 horsepower, around 5,600 RPM, and 278 pound-feet of torque, around 4,400 RPM. This vehicle is primarily rear-wheel drive with the part-time 4-wheel drive system. It weighs in around 4,700 pounds, and it'll do 0 to 60 around 7.6 seconds or so. And with a fuel capacity of 23 gallons, you can expect to see around 16 miles per gallon in the city and 19 out on the highway. This has a wheelbase of 109.8 inches. Its overall length is 191.3. It has a width of 75.8, a height of 71.5 inches. Its approach angle is 33 degrees, it has a departure angle of 26 degrees, and ground clearance measures in at 9.6 inches. With all of those specs out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the exterior walk around on the Toyota 4Runner. I'm going to start up front with the LED headlights, which is all new for the 4Runner for 2021. We have the high beams in the center section of the housing, and then of course the turn signals are on the outside. It has a simple design to it, but I really like the shape of the headlight housing itself. It kind of protrudes outwards just a little bit to give it a cool design. Of course, the fog lights are just below that. And then right in the center, we have a uniquely shaped front fascia to the 4Runner. I think it's a really cool design. Up top, you'll see some trim pieces along with the Toyota badge. There's a body colored trim piece right in the middle, separating it from the front grille. So you'll see there's large openings in the grille to provide maximum airflow to this engine. And then a front sensor is integrated into that as well. And then down below, you'll see a really cool trim piece to the front bumper section, just to contrast the red. And then up on the hood, we have a hood scoop just to tie in with that aggressive look. So I really love the front end design. It's been a bit controversial since it was first introduced around 2016, I believe that was. This has a really nice set of 17-inch wheels with a 7-spoke design and a 2-tone finish. Probably one of my favorite wheels for the models on the 4Runner. This also features body-colored side mirrors with the integrated turn signal. And then up top, this model also features a sunroof. Of course, we have the roof racks that are finished off in black. You'll see more black trim around the windows. It's also down on the lower side skirt. We have the TRD Offroad badge just behind the back windows. And then very nice lines that run down the side profile. You can see the fender flares just give it that added aggressive look. And then finishing up in the rear, you'll see this has a body colored spoiler with the integrated third brake light. The rear glass also rolls up and down. You can use these buttons located here. You can lock the vehicle with the up button, unlock it with the down button, and then of course raise the window up and down using those controls as well. This has a backup camera with LED taillights. Down below, you'll see more of that trim just to tie in with the front end as you saw, and this also has a towing capacity up to 5,000 pounds. Now it's time to go ahead and take a look at the interior on the 4Runner. With the vehicle locked and the key in my pocket, all I have to do is grab on the door handle and it will automatically unlock. So taking a look at the door panel now, you'll see it's finished off in leather and red stitching. We have a really nice black trim piece on the grab handle. Up on the top is all of the window controls along with the power mirror adjustments. You have the release handle just underneath that and a little bit of storage space right in the center. I think that's a really good use of space. And then down below, you'll see a little bit more storage space along with one of the 8 speakers in this vehicle. And then making our way to the interior now, you'll see the black leather seats with TRD up in the headrest along with red stitching running down the bolsters. They have a very clean design to them and they are power adjusting, and you have all those controls along with lumbar support down below. Moving on to the steering wheel now, you'll see it's completely covered in solid and perforated leather. We have more of those trim pieces that you saw on the door panel just to tie in nicely. On the right side, we have the lane keeping assist along with the distance pacing. You have a favorites button that you can set up, and all of these will control the gauge cluster, which I'll come back to. We also have the stock 4 cruise control. It's very easy to use that. On the left side is Bluetooth and voice commands along with being able to control the radio. You have the volume and tuning just above that. Now moving on to the gauge cluster, you'll see on the left side is the tach and engine temperature. Fuel gauge is on the right side along with the speedometer, and then you have a lot of information right in the center that you can see. We have the miles per hour. You can look at your time until rest, so it will warn you if you've been driving this vehicle for a long time. You can look at your steering angle along with your TPMS. You have the compass along with your music. You can go over to your lane keeping assist and your distance pacing and monitor that. You have any messages and being able to go through some of the technology features and your vehicle settings. On the left side of the steering wheel, we have a defroster along with the power button for the outlet in the rear. There's a dimmer switch for the gauges and an automatic headlight button. You'll see one air vent. And then right in the center, we have the clock along with a little bit of storage up top and the all-new 8-inch screen. So this is a very nice system to go through. You can see on the left side, we have some physical buttons for your home, which is what we're currently on right now. You can look at your audio when that is on, your phone when that is paired, and then the navigation on the right side. We can also go into menu. You can look at your navigation along with some other setup and information, and projection, which is how you pair your phone to the system. You have shortcuts to your map and audio. Over on the right side, you can get to your phone and apps. And then of course we have the power and volume for the radio and tuning on the right side. Just below that, we have 3 distinctive buttons here. You have the fan speed on the left side. Where you'd like there to go is in the middle, and then the temperature is on the right side. Very simple and straightforward to use, along with some defrosters next to that. Underneath that, there's a 12 volt along with a USB and 2 storage bins. You have a smaller one up top and a little bit larger one down below. And then right in the center, you'll see a cup holder on one side. Being 4-wheel drive, this is how you shift between 2-wheel drive, 4 high and 4 low. And then right behind that, we have the gear selector. So putting the vehicle into reverse, you'll see just how large this screen is with the guidelines. So you definitely have plenty of visibility behind the vehicle. You can put this all the way down into drive and use this to shift. So if you are towing or off-road, that can help you out if needed. Just behind that, you'll see the automatic window control for the rear glass, so you can't control it from here. This does have heated seats, so you have driver and passenger, of course, another cup holder and a little bit of storage space in front of that. And then a really nice trim piece surrounds all of this right in the center, just giving it a cool look. As we work our way to the center armrest, you'll see it's finished off in leather and more stitching. We can go ahead and open this up, and it reveals a lot of storage space. You have a 12 volt in the center, and then a compartment up top for tissues or any other items you'd like to put there. So it's very nice to see that. And then moving over to the glove box now, you'll see there's a lot of space for everything that you need to place there. We'll go ahead and take one last look at these seats. And then up top, we have a lot going on. As I mentioned, this does have a sunroof, so it can easily open up that shade. And then in the top here, we have some garage door buttons, along with being able to adjust the sunshade. We have traction control, along with the 8-track system. This vehicle does have a locking rear differential, so you can use that control. And then these front ones here are for crawl control. The one on the left, just by turning that on, you can control the speed of the vehicle from low to high. And then the button on the right will control the terrain that you're on. So you have different settings that you can go through depending on what you're driving through. And crawl control will allow the vehicle to go through that terrain at the speed that you set it for and easily control all of the wheels and monitor how much power is going to each wheel. So that is a very awesome feature to see for off-roading. Hopping into the back seats of the 4Runner now, there's definitely a lot of room. With the front seat set at my height, which is 5'10", I have about a foot of knee room and a couple inches above my head. What I love about these back seats too is they recline, so you can go all the way back and be very comfortable in the back seats. This is definitely a great daily driver for rear seat passengers. In the center here, we have 2 air vents. There's a little bit of storage space behind both front seats, and you get 2 USB ports down in the center. On the door panel, you have the same thing like up front. You have a small storage shelf here, so you can easily place your phone, small items like that. And then looking at the armrest, we can pull this down. Of course, it gives you the armrest and 2 cup holders. And these back seats have a 40-20-40 split, so you can fold down this middle seat if you'd like to, if you have any larger items, and a passenger on both sides. And last up, we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the rear storage space. I'm just gonna use the button up underneath 4Runner and open up this gate. You'll see there's a lot of storage space back here with the back seats up. So you have some tie-down hooks too, so you can safely secure any items. You have a little bit of storage space on the left side, and then over on the right side, we have a lot more storage along with that outlet that I showed earlier to be able to control. You have a 3-prong outlet, so you can hook up any items for that. And then with the back seats folded down, that gives you a lot more space. You can throw in any larger items if you need to, making this vehicle very versatile. And then up top, you'll also notice there's a speaker on both sides, so you can tailgate and have your music back here. There's a dome light on both sides, along with a strap or 2 different grab handles that you can use to go ahead and close this up. So getting the 2021 Toyota 4Runner out on the road now, I really love the 4Runner. This is one of the few SUVs that's a true body-on-frame construction, so it's not a crossover. It's a very, very capable SUV. You can go off-road with this, you can tow with this. It's a great daily driver. Not to be biased, but my dad has a 2016 with about 90,000 miles on it. He drives it every single day, absolutely loves it. So I've had some seat time behind the wheel of one, and I think it's a really great SUV if you're looking for something that kind of has the best of both worlds, as far as being able to drive this on the road, and if you want to take it on some trails, you have the option to do that. Especially with the TRD Offroad and crawl control, all of these that I showed earlier in this video. It's a very awesome system. I'll have some videos down below using this in my Tacoma if you'd like to see how it works. Of course, it's not a 4Runner, but it's the same concept and the same system. It's very awesome to take off-road and see what the truck can do. But moving on to the 2021 4Runner here now and some other features. I love the fact that we have a larger screen in the center. On previous models, it was a very small screen. I think it was about half the size, around 4.2 inches or so. And we have an 8-inch screen right in the center. It gives it a very more upscale or more premium feeling look having the larger screen. It's very easy to go through, and it also features Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and some other features, which is really nice to see. Let's go ahead and give the 4Runner a little bit of gas here, get up to speed. The 4Runner is not the quickest SUV out there. It's not trying to be, but you can get up to the speed limit with the 4-liter V6 that it has. It's definitely a healthy engine. You can tow up to 5,000 pounds. So you have a really capable engine here as far as being able to do that. And then just talking about the interior here, I love the leather seat option. We have leather on the steering wheel. It's on the door panels here. We even have really nice floor mats with the 4Runner TRD Offroad badge. I love all the materials on the inside with the piano black. It gives it a really nice look for the price point of this vehicle. As far as driving this, it's been a very comfortable ride. I don't really have any complaints with the suspension. It provides you with a nice soft ride, so it's going to absorb bumps very well, especially out on the highway. And then talking about the room that you have on the inside, from experience with my dad's 4Runner, you can haul just about anything you want in here. Being able to fold the seats completely flat makes it very versatile to slide in large items. But let's talk about visibility real quick. I love how you can virtually see all around in this SUV. The pillars are very small. You have a lot of glass. It's very open feeling. The windshield has a really nice rake to it. You can easily see the bottom of the hood. If I look over my left shoulder, look over my right shoulder, it's easy to see and there's no blind spots. So I love how open it is. And I also love how high up you feel in the 4Runner. I feel like I'm just above the dash here, so it gives you a great look around the entire vehicle. You sit pretty high up. One thing that I also wanted to mention with the 4Runner that you don't see in a lot of vehicles in general is being able to put down and up that rear window. I think that is an awesome feature that a lot more vehicles should have, because it makes it easy to access everything in the back if you don't want to lift up the liftgate itself. Or even if you have pets, we can put our dog in the back, put that window down, and she can easily see out. So that is something that I think is really cool. So I think that's gonna wrap it up for my walk around review and test drive behind the wheel of the 2021 Toyota 4Runner TRD Offroad. Once again, huge shout out to Flo Toyota of Statesville for providing this SUV for me today. Definitely check out their website. That will be down in the description. If you enjoyed today's video, give it a huge thumbs up. Smash that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video.